Welcome to Golden Health Tips, where we uncover the simple truths that can protect and transform your health after 60. And today, we need to talk about a serious warning concerning your first meal of the day. That breakfast you chose this morning, the one you thought was a healthy choice, might be the very thing that's quietly clogging your arteries. Have you ever finished your morning meal only to feel strangely sluggish, foggy, or heavy by 10 a.m.? For millions of seniors, the go-to choices are quick and easy. A bowl of cereal, often labeled whole grain, a slice of toast with a supposedly heart-healthy spread, or a glass of fruit juice to get some quick energy. But here's the difficult truth that food marketers don't want you to know. Many of these common breakfast foods are loaded with hidden sugars, refined carbohydrates, and unhealthy fats that contribute to arterial plaque over time. Think of your arteries as the vital highways of your body, delivering life, giving oxygen and nutrients everywhere. When those highways get jammed with traffic and blockages, your risk of high blood pressure, debilitating fatigue, and a life-altering heart attack or stroke goes way up. But here is the good news, and at Golden Health Tips, we always focus on the good news. You have the power to clean up those highways starting tomorrow morning. In today's video, we're counting down the top 5 breakfast foods that may be secretly harming you. And more importantly, for each one, I'll give you a simple, delicious, and truly heart-healthy swap. So, let's get you on the path to clearer arteries and higher energy. Before we jump into our countdown, a quick but important note. We've packed some incredibly helpful resources for you, like heart-healthy food lists, symptom trackers, and simple guides inside a free senior health app. The link is waiting for you in the description and the pinned comment. I encourage you to check it out after the video. All right, let's start with the number 5 breakfast food that may be clogging your arteries. This one is a master of disguise, hiding behind a mask of health claims. Number 5, sugary breakfast cereals. Walk down the cereal aisle and you'll see a wall of brightly colored boxes, all shouting health messages at you. Made with whole grains, fortified with 10 essential vitamins and minerals. A healthy choice! It's a brilliant marketing strategy designed to make you feel like you're making a responsible decision for yourself and your family. But in most cases, it's a nutritional trap. The reality is, the vast majority of commercial breakfast cereals, even those that aren't frosted, are little more than dessert in a box. Let's break down the 2 main ways they harm your arteries. First, and most importantly, is the sugar. When you start your day with a bowl of sugary, refined flakes or puffs, you're sending your body on a brutal blood sugar roller coaster. The sugar and refined carbs hit your bloodstream almost instantly, causing a massive spike in your blood sugar. Your pancreas then has to work overtime, pumping out insulin to manage this sugar rush. This surge of insulin quickly shoves the sugar out of your blood, leading to the inevitable crash a couple of hours later. This crash is what leaves you feeling tired, foggy-headed, and craving even more sugary or carb-heavy foods. But the invisible damage is far worse. Consistently high blood sugar levels are toxic to the delicate lining of your arteries, called the endothelium. Over time, sugar can cause this lining to become stiff, sticky, and inflamed. A sticky, inflamed artery is like a magnet for LDL, the bad cholesterol. It creates the perfect environment for fatty plaques to start forming, which is the very beginning of atherosclerosis or clogged arteries. The second problem is the refined grains themselves. Even if a cereal says, made with whole grains, it often means a tiny amount of whole grain flour has been mixed with a majority of refined, processed flour. These grains have been stripped of their most valuable parts, the fiber-rich bran and the nutrient-dense germ. What's left is pure starch, which your body treats almost exactly like pure sugar. So, what is the heart-healthy swap? It's simple, classic, and incredibly powerful steel cut or rolled oats. Don't choose the instant oatmeal packets, which are often loaded with sugar. Go for the plain, slow cooking kind. Why are oats so much better? They contain a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. Think of beta-glucan as a sponge that travels through your digestive system, soaking up bad cholesterol and safely removing it from your body. Oats are also a complex carbohydrate, meaning they break down slowly, providing you with steady, sustained energy all morning long without the sugar spike and crash. To make them delicious, Top your bowl with a handful of fresh berries, which are packed with artery protecting antioxidants, a sprinkle of cinnamon for blood sugar control, and a few walnuts for healthy omega-3 fats. This breakfast doesn't just fill you up, it actively works to clean your arteries and fuel your day. That is the power of a real, whole food breakfast. Coming in at number 4 is a classic breakfast combination that was, for decades, mistakenly promoted as the healthy choice. Number 4, white toast with margarine. Many of us grew up in an era when butter was demonized and margarine was hailed as the heart-healthy savior. We were told to avoid butter's saturated fat and switch to margarine made from vegetable oils. It turns out that was some of the worst dietary advice of the 20th century. Here's why this combination is a double-edged sword for your arteries. Let's start with the margarine. Many older and cheaper brands of stick margarine are made through a process called hydrogenation, which turns liquid vegetable oil into a solid. A major byproduct of this process is the creation of artificial trans fats. Let me be perfectly clear, trans fats are the single worst type of fat for your cardiovascular system. There is no safe level of consumption. They are metabolic poison. They simultaneously raise your LDL, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries, while also lowering your HDL, the good cholesterol that helps clear arteries. It's a devastating 1-2 punch. Now, you might see tubs of margarine labeled trans fat-free. While this is an improvement, they are still often made from highly processed, pro-inflammatory vegetable oils like soybean, corn, or cottonseed oil, which are high in omega-6 fatty acids. A diet high in omega-6 and low in omega-3s can contribute to systemic inflammation, which, as we know, is a major driver of arterial plague. Then, there's the second part of the combo, the white bread. White bread is the poster child for refined carbohydrates. It has been stripped of all its fiber, bran, and nutrients, leaving behind nothing but empty starch. When you eat it, it hits your bloodstream with the same speed and force as table sugar, causing that familiar inflammatory blood sugar spike we just talked about. So, when you eat white toast with margarine, you are essentially feeding your body a combination of artery-damaging fats and inflammation causing sugar. It's the perfect recipe for atherosclerosis. So, what's the smart and delicious swap? Switch to 100% whole grain, or even better, sprouted grain bread. Sprouted grains are easier to digest and have more available nutrients. The fiber in these breads slows down the absorption of sugar, preventing that dangerous spike. And for the topping, ditch the margarine and embrace healthy fats. My top 2 choices are mashed avocado or a quality nut butter like almond or cashew butter. Avocado is packed with heart-protective monounsaturated fats and potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. Nut butters provide healthy fats, protein, and fiber, keeping you full and energized for hours. Even a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil with a pinch of sea salt is a fantastic, heart-healthy option. You can still enjoy your morning toast. You just need to upgrade the ingredients from artery clogging to artery cleansing. All right, number 3 on our list. This is a food that has a powerful health hello. It lives in the refrigerated section, and people often grab it thinking they're making a great choice for their digestion and overall health. Number 3, flavored yogurt cups. Yogurt, in its natural state, can be a wonderful food, but the product that lines most supermarket shelves is a far cry from its healthy origins. I'm talking about those small, single-serving cups of yogurt, often with fruit on the bottom, in every flavor imaginable from key lime pie to strawberry cheesecake. These products are not health foods. They are sugar-laden desserts masquerading as a healthy breakfast. Let's look at the label. A typical 6-ounce container of flavored yogurt can contain anywhere from 15 to 30 grams of sugar. That can be as much sugar as a can of soda or a candy bar. And that fruit on the bottom, it's rarely just fruit. It's usually fruit that has been cooked down into a sugary syrup or a jam like concentrate, stripping it of much of its fiber and nutrients. This massive sugar load first thing in the morning does exactly what we've been discussing. It spikes your blood sugar, triggers an inflammatory response, and over time contributes to the buildup of plaque in your arteries. You'll often see low-fat or fat-free flavored yogurts marketed as the healthiest option. This is another deceptive trap. When manufacturers remove the natural fat from yogurt, they also remove much of the flavor and creamy texture. To compensate, they often add even more sugar. along with a cocktail of thickeners, gums, and artificial flavors to make it palatable. The lack of fat also means the sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream even faster, making the blood sugar spike even more severe. So you're getting a more intense sugar rush and less of the satisfying fullness that healthy fat provides. The heart-healthy swap is incredibly simple, plain, unsweetened yogurt. I recommend choosing plain Greek yogurt because it's strained, which makes it much higher in protein and naturally thicker and creamier. The protein is key for keeping you feeling full and satisfied all morning. Then you become the chef. You control the toppings and the sweetness. Add a handful of fresh or frozen berries for natural sweetness and a powerful dose of antioxidants. Toss in some chopped nuts or seeds like chia or flax for healthy fats and fiber. If you still need a little extra sweetness, add a tiny drizzle of raw honey or pure maple syrup. A small amount that you control is far better than the massive dose hidden in the pre-flavored cups. By making this switch, you get all the benefits of yogurt, the protein, the calcium, the gut-healthy probiotics, without the artery-damaging sugar. You protect your heart and get a breakfast that is infinitely more delicious and satisfying. Now, let's get to number 2 on our list. This is another breakfast staple that hides under the guise of being a healthier choice, especially if you see words like bran or multigrain on the label. Number 2, store-bought muffins. A warm muffin with a cup of coffee can feel like a comforting and wholesome start to the day. And if you bake them yourself with good ingredients, they can be. But the muffins you buy at the grocery store, the coffee shop, or the warehouse club are, to put it bluntly, oversized cupcakes without the frosting. They are a triple threat to your arteries, combining the worst of all the ingredients we've discussed so far. First, the flour. The vast majority are made with cheap, refined white flour, which, as we know, acts just like sugar in your body. Second, the sugar content is astronomical. A single, large commercial muffin can contain 30, 40, or even 50 grams of sugar. That's more than you'll find in a can of Coca-Cola, and it's certainly more sugar than anyone, especially a senior, should be consuming in an entire day, let alone in their first meal. Third, the fats. To keep them moist and extend their shelf life, these muffins are loaded with unhealthy, inflammatory oils like soybean, canola, or palm oil. These are the pro-inflammatory omega-6 fats that we want to minimize. So when you eat a store-bought muffin, you are consuming a highly caloric bomb of refined carbs, massive amounts of sugar, and unhealthy fats with almost zero redeeming fiber or nutrients. This combination creates a perfect storm for your cardiovascular system. It triggers a massive blood sugar and insulin spike, promotes inflammation, and contributes directly to the process of plaque buildup in your arteries. The healthy swap here requires a little bit of effort, but it's well worth it. Bake your own. This doesn't have to be complicated. You can find thousands of simple, heart-healthy muffin recipes online. The key is that you control the ingredients. You can use 100% whole wheat or oat flour for fiber. You can slash the sugar content by 75% and use a natural sweetener like mashed banana applesauce or a small amount of pure maple syrup. You can use a heart-healthy fat like olive oil or replace the oil entirely with Greek yogurt. And then you can pack them with powerhouse artery-protecting ingredients, antioxidant-rich blueberries, omega-3 packed walnuts, or fiber-rich flax seeds. Bake a batch on Sunday, and you'll have a quick, convenient, and truly healthy breakfast ready for the entire week. It's a treat that feels indulgent, but is actively working to protect your heart, not harm. And that brings us to our number 1 breakfast food that is clogging your arteries after 60. This one contains no hidden sugars or refined flours. It's all about the type of protein you choose to start your day with. Number 1, processed breakfast meats. A savory breakfast of bacon, sausage patties, or sliced ham has been a cornerstone of the American breakfast for generations. It's satisfying, high in protein, and undeniably tasty. But it is also one of the most decisively artery-damaging meals you can consume, especially on a regular basis. Processed meat is any meat that has been preserved by smoking, curing, salting, or adding chemical preservatives. Let's break down the 3 main ways these foods harm your heart. First, the saturated fat. While the debate on saturated fat is complex, high intake from processed sources is consistently linked to elevated levels of LDL, the bad cholesterol that forms the core of arterial plaque. Second, the sodium. These meats are packed with sodium to preserve them and add flavor. A high sodium diet is a primary cause of high blood pressure. High blood pressure puts constant stress on your artery walls, damaging them over time and making them more susceptible to plaque buildup. But the third and most insidious problem is the preservatives, specifically nitrates and nitrites. When these chemicals are cooked at high heat and when they interact with your stomach acid, they can form compounds called nitrosamines. These compounds are highly inflammatory and are known to cause oxidative stress, which directly damages the delicate endothelial lining of your blood vessels. So, every time you eat processed meat, you are consuming a combination of saturated fat, blood pressure, spiking sodium, and vessel-damaging chemicals. This dangerous trifecta creates an aggressive environment for atherosclerosis to thrive. If you crave a savory, high-protein breakfast, the swaps are plentiful and delicious. Scrambled or poached eggs are a fantastic choice, packed with high-quality protein and nutrients like choline for brain health. Cook them with vegetables like spinach or mushrooms for added fiber and antioxidants. Smoked salmon is another excellent option. It's rich in anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, which are superstars for heart and artery health. Just be sure to choose a brand without added nitrates. You can even explore plant-based options like a savory lentil patty or a chickpea omelet, which provide satisfying flavor and protein without any of the artery clogging baggage. Replacing processed meats is one of the most direct and impactful changes you can make to protect your heart, lower your blood pressure, and keep your arteries clear for the long haul. So let's quickly recap what we've learned. Your breakfast truly sets the stage, not just for your day, but for the long-term health of your heart and arteries. And while common choices like sugary cereals, white toast with margarine, flavored yogurts, store-bought muffins, and processed meats might seem convenient, we now know they can quietly contribute to inflammation and plaque buildup over time. But the most important takeaway from this video is not a list of foods to fear. It is the powerful and liberating truth that you are in control. You don't have to give up satisfying, delicious breakfasts. You simply need to make smarter swaps that nourish your body instead of harming it. Every small change you make, choosing oats over cereal, avocado over margarine, plain yogurt over flavored, is a definitive step towards clearer arteries, higher energy, and a stronger heart. To help you stay on track and spot any warning signs, remember to check out the free Senior Health app linked in the description and pinned comment. It's a wonderful tool to support your journey. And if this video from Golden Health Tips was helpful to you, please support our mission by doing these 4 simple things. First, comment below and let me know which healthy swap you're excited to try first. Second, hit that like button to let me know you found this valuable. Third, share this video with a friend or family member who deserves to have this knowledge. And finally, be sure to subscribe for more videos designed to help you live your healthiest, most vibrant life after 60. Here's to starting your mornings with choices that heal. Thank you for watching.